All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
Eye patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right. We are back. We're live. It looks like we've got everything streaming to their destinations. Of course, speaking of which, I guess let's go ahead and get Chuck added in here too. With the streaming destinations, I don't know what the deal is. A lot of people have complained that they're not able to get their streams into the groups, and somehow, stroke of luck, we're lucky enough that we are still able to, and it seems like I can pretty much get it into any group that we would need to. So, hey, I don't know. Take the wins where you can get them. Which I guess I'm kind of playing with fire today anyway, because I made a little tweak to the system and I haven't had the chance to test it. So the little tweak could help. It may not do anything, or it could be very disastrous. We'll have to see what happens. But that's all right. How is Chuck tonight?
Doing good. Got the finals in on the garden. All that done. Jill come up with a pretty good idea. We had an unused gate, and we strung that across the garden, staked it in, and put the rest of the tomato plants around it. We'll see how it goes. We had a good rain yesterday.
It works.
An inch.
We had we went out to plant yesterday, I believe it was, and about the first plug we cut to drop a tomato plant into ground, it started to rain. It's like, yeah, of course, that's just our luck. I guess it is what it is. So we planted 5 of them real quick, came back indoors, and then, wouldn't you know it, clean everything up, and it stopped raining. And then it came back later that night, but it was just a nice soaking rain, not a heavy rain, nothing like that. And those tomato plants look very good today. So we decided we'd go out and, I don't know, I think we planted 8 more. So we've got 13 in the ground and another, who knows, 42 to go for all I know.
There you go. Hey, Mike Lacquament, he's in the house. Yankee Down South Adventures. Yank, how you doing? Barb!
Yeah, Mike's in, the Bordners are in, the Bills, Tam, Dennis.
We got a crowd. They're all fit to head to Boone, Iowa, and have Detecting the Heartland, which there's been some changes in a few things. Unfortunately, one of our group has come down with ALS, and we're going to try and help them as much as we can with donations.
Yeah, that I believe that news broke last night.
Yes, I had talked to him earlier in the week, and he told me about it, and I kept it under hat. And then Casey and I were talking, and we're just going to throw in for them. ALS is,
it's nothing to play with.
No, my brother-in-law had that and passed from it. So, yeah. Yes, Shannon. Prayers to Kelly, yes. So, hello, Tom. How you doing? Mark. More rolling in, Josh. More rolling in. Dennis.
And we didn't even drop a link.
Yep. Scott, how you doing? So I've got to load a quarter of a semi worth into the back of my pickup tomorrow morning.
Hope you've got a big shoehorn. Yep.
And Frank's got stuff he's bringing. I got to pack in there, so we'll get it in there. I was looking at it.
With Deej in the house. Check out their YouTube channel.
Oh, Digging with Deej, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll have to get in with that. And I've already had calls, Josh.
Uh-oh.
On several people wanting to go to Alaska next summer. So we'll be working on that.
What rise?
Yeah.
I mean, in past years, you guys have been very fortunate, not only with what you find, but with the weather.
Well, I tried from all the trips I've made up there. There's a particular window in July that has been very
into August,
and in that range, and that's when I plan it. And the one gentleman that called me today says, "I want to go in June." And I said, "You want to freeze?"
No, you don't.
Here's what you got. Well, he lives down south, and he worries about the hurricanes. He's in a hurricane belt down there. And I told him I totally understand, but I'm still going to try and pick that mid-July to end of July range. And yeah, we can get wet, but it's generally warmer. And
you want the optimum weather condition.
And I mean, when you've got gold sitting at $75 a gram, $75 a gram today. Yeah. And silver.
You make a good point. Right. 10 years ago, I'd have been up there in December. I wouldn't have cared.
Yep. And silver's up and around the high 28s, bounce around, touch 29. My goodness. Still got some. There's the bubbles again.
I swear, I touched nothing, and that was not the system tweak.
You got to be messing with something.
It wasn't me. I didn't even have my hand on the mouse or the keyboard. I was messing with a bottle of Mountain Dew and munching on some painkillers.
I spelt the Mountain Dew on the keyboard, and then the bubble showed up.
Well, it is
Right?
carbonated. I suppose. Sure, we can go with that.
So
Yeah.
didn't see it, Janet. Boy, they popped up on my right side. There's a whole bunch of them just popped up and then slid off to the right. So,
And you
but
saw that in the studio, correct?
yeah.
Interesting. I'm not sure what does that.
I'm not either. Talking about gold, it popped up. There you go. So,
Well, yeah, there you go.
yep. Mindy in the house fishing. I see high
Everybody.
Mindy popping up.
I don't know.
There it is.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we're going to work real hard and see what we can come up with. I'm throwing some more stuff in, and my side of the raffle, they got raffles going, and it's going to be interesting.
Well, that's one thing I can say is I don't think anybody's going to have to work too terribly hard, because when there's good causes going on in the community, the detecting community is usually very helpful, and they have no problem buying in on raffles and things like that to help contribute to the cause.
Right. So Dennis, John called me,
And that's awesome.
and he told me that they're backing off of the gold panning. So that let me off the hook, I guess.
Ah,
Yeah.
well,
Yep, we do, Mindy.
I saw that Scott McClurry made a post today.
What do you find?
Hashtag get rid of Scooter, he said.
Oh,
Well, he found a prize in his mailbox, which that means Mike's should be along any time. And for those that want to see the post or whatever, it's up in Metal Detecting Central Illinois. It's up in the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound group. Scott got a nice thank you card with cats on the front of it, and a wooden nickel. You remember the round tuits?
yes.
Scott got a wooden nickel that says, "You finally got a round to it, Pets Potpourri," and a little like wallet size print of the cat.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Cool.
he got a kick out of that.
There you go. RH said he was talking with a guy in Scottsdale. They're finding good gold this season, but they're getting ready to vacate for the summer. They'll get to be cooking down there, and I've never seen bad gold. It's always good gold.
Yeah, I agree. Doesn't matter what the purity of it is. I mean, any
nice
gold is good gold.
Gold filled, even. There are a couple places
Yeah.
that take filled, and that's gold's gold. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Betcha.
Any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's in jewelry, coin, bar.
Yep. Well, don't drink too much of that wine there, Mindy. You'll find things packed you didn't want to take, I think. She says she's sitting on the deck having a glass of wine between packing.
Ah. Well, hard to tell. They may wind up unpacking and halfway through the load find about a half bottle of wine.
Yeah, well, Frank will keep them in wine this weekend, I'll guarantee you.
That would not surprise me.
He's already got plans, and I've got a bunch to make room for.
Nice. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Good
and
job.
You guys are leaving at 6 a.m. Friday, correct?
Yeah, we should be out there about 9:30, 10 o'clock, so we can get out there. I talked with Casey. We can move the material out of my truck inside it's all locked up, pull it out in the morning and be ready to go instead of trying to unpack and undo everything in one shot. So we'll be set up Friday.
Oh, well, that'll make it a little easier on you Saturday morning then.
Well, yeah. And then it looks like it's going to be fun. And it looks like it's going to be around 82 to 85 degrees. They're talking kind of a heat wave for us. It'll be coming your way.
What? Not a cloud in sight for the weekend then, huh?
I'm hoping not. Now, tomorrow we're supposed to have rain off, that kind of stuff. And so I've got to take a case of detectors and ship them off and get that done in the morning at UPS. But other than that, after that, it's all packing.
And it's going to be a busy time.
Yeah, it is.
Got
it
big
is.
Tools to pack and
yeah, I've already picked them up. Now I'm short shovels. I had several at the shop, and this past few days, every last one of them went out. But
wow.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. And
hey, take the wins where you get them.
That's right. That's right. But I do have in hand, they arrived today, the new 9-inch MANTICORE coils.
Oh, my.
And from what I've seen and talked with people, it's a pretty hot little coil. That 8-inch is hot. So if that 9's anything, they've done some work on the homework on that. Now I was reading, I posted that up, and I posted up over in several different groups, and all the group chat about it. It was kind of fun to follow. And but I'm anxious to get them out and get them in the hands. And I did get Garrett gloves in for you guys. That'll be coming your way. You and Mike.
Whoa, look out, Mike.
Yeah, both of you. But
yeah,
the large, I'd ordered 2 10-packs, large and XL. I only got 5 of, I think, the large, or no, backwards. 5 XLs, and then the rest were large.
I see.
So when I get back, Mike, they'll be coming your way. And you too, Josh.
Outstanding. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Right. I'll rent you that coil for the weekend, Dennis. He wants to test. He says to me, Chuck, you need me to test one this weekend? So
nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Maybe he'll like it so well, he'll come back and say, well, why don't you just sell it to me? Of course, he's already got one of the 8s, if I remember right, doesn't he? I think
yes.
He's got one.
He likes that 8.
Right.
Frank likes it. Several other guys in the area are
I've
liking it.
I've heard nothing but high remarks about the 8-inch. And if the 9 can do anything like that, could be interesting.
I was out in the field the other day just for a short, and I had the 8-inch on, and it's a heavy iron trash spot, and I've hunted it slowly with the stock, and I thought, let's throw that 8-inch on. I dredged up 2 barber dimes, bang, bang.
That would not surprise me at all.
Oh, it didn't.
I mean, you know as well as I can, you can work those high iron trash areas with a larger coil as long as you know how to work the coil. But that 8-inch will still excel in an environment like that.
Right. Oh, Midwest Relic Recovery snuck in. Here we go. Yeah.
So Scott's in.
Yeah.
That's who that is. Scott Treckler.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome aboard.
Well, thanks,
Nothing
Barb.
wrong with that.
Yeah, she wished everybody luck. We need it, Barb.
Yep. Well, it sounds like you lucked out on the weather.
Well, it sounds like it. Prayers answered.
Right. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
And we shouldn't be dealing with any
see
frost.
what happens.
Last year, it was quite cold in the morning up there at Galena Way.
Yeah, I think from what we've been seeing around here, our neck of the woods anyway,
Okay.
we're well beyond the chance of frost.
Yeah. So, nope. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Mindy, you better bring some bucks with you and put some money on that rabbit nugget. I'd make one nice necklace.
And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now. Scott says he's going to be wearing his Beyond Sight and Sound shirt this weekend for some extra luck. Well, hopefully.
There you go. There you go.
Nothing wrong with that either.
No, not a
Not
thing.
at all. And we've still got to figure out too if we're going to try to attempt a little short live feed Friday evening.
You gotta figure out, how am I supposed to do that? Just call. You set up the link. I'll be on my phone.
Yeah, I can probably just send you a link, just like we did when you were in Aruba.
Up and walk around the room and say hi to everybody and get them on there and say hi to our watchers out there that can't make the trek to get in this hunt. Right.
Gives them a little bit of, well, at least some people anyway, it'll give them a little bit of chance to see what a meet and greet is like.
Yeah.
So that they can see what all they're missing out on.
Mindy, if you're listening there, I see you're still in there. What time does the meet and greet actually start? I know I've got it up on the phone, but I don't have it in my hand.
That is a good question.
I'll type that.
I'm trying to remember what time it started last year, and it escapes me.
Oh, come on, load up. There it went. So we'll see what she says, and then we'll pick an hour into it or so. Oh, Celeste is in the house.
Right. Welcome aboard to Celeste. And I know I saw Jason in the house. Melissa has had her prize shipped, as far as I know.
Okay. Minnie just said
that was 1 ounce.
Meet and greet 5 to 10. So everybody out there, what time would you like me to start it? Say about, what do you think? If I did it at 7 Midwest, it'd be 8 o'clock East Coast, Josh.
Right. That would be 8 East Coast.
All right.
And that's when everybody's used to tuning in, but let's see what they say in the chat. Maybe, hey, it doesn't get more interactive than this. If you would prefer
time, and we'll
time.
Mindy's on there and she has to remember and remind me that we're going to do this.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody got a time they want to see it on? Put it on there for us. If you don't, I'll pick a time.
Right. And then they have nothing to complain about.
And Mindy says she will remember. 7 is fine with Scott. 7 is fine with Janet Chapman.
And that is Central.
Yeah. 7 Central, 8 Eastern. 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Is that good, Mindy? She said, let's do 7. So that sounds good to me.
And we'll have to try and test the bandwidth and see, maybe a little test before we go live, sometime during the afternoon or something, just to see how the reception is.
I'll call you when I'm over there and we get wrapped up on a few things, and I'll call you and I'll go in and try and do it, see what kind of, if it'll work. Folks, this is all up in the air yet. If it doesn't work, well, we're sorry. But if it does, yep, Mike's got it down 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll try and go live. We'll try and hook up with KG and Ringy and Mindy and all the others that are there. I think we've got Deb's coming, Quarter Hoarder and Doug, and we'll see who else we can get on with us and say hi to everybody, okay?
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. And then we can do, well, as long as the reception allows and everything, we can do like a, I don't know.
And Dennis, you set the alarm on your phone for me. Yeah, we'll get right from there. We'll have a good cast there that night. We'll have it stirred up for sure. Yep, Debbie from Mind Lab's coming, Shannon.
Well, I can guarantee if Ringy and KG are there, it's going to be stirred up.
Oh yeah, try and get KG to wear his kilt. Oh. It'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Always do. And by the end of Saturday afternoon, just like Mindy, I sit down and go, my God, it's over. And they're the ones that get all this stuff and set it up. But my truck is packed, Mindy. I've got all kinds of stuff to bring across. And I will remember that, Mindy. We'll talk up Nutka, main sponsor.
Oh, well, we always like to talk up Nutka.
Frank is in the house. Frank.
So is Ian Aiken.
Yeah. And I'll try to plug Ugly Boxes and Aquatex, and what else can I plug for Frank? Yeah, we'll just items at this time.
Well, because you figure basically when you're plugging Ugly Boxes, usually you're plugging the whole package.
Yeah, the whole package.
The book, the reboot, everything.
Yep.
Well, as long as you have books.
I got them. They all came in. Yes, everything came through. I've got them on the West Coast. Yep, they're online. And we put them online through A.I.P. And I got everything. Got everything.
Well, at least the shipping to you is working, because I know a while back I had sent Frank Tam's address for a prize that she won on the show, and she was asking me about it the other night. I said, I don't know what happened. I can send him a message if you'd like.
Okay.
But he might have used those forever stamps again.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell Celeste, hey, get give Frank a little reminder.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Of course, by this point, I don't even know what she won or who she won it from. I think it was some sort of a prize pack from maybe Brian Speaks or something. I'm not sure.
Scott's reporting that he was just on their website, and it looks like they have a strong Wi-Fi throughout the property. See if I can get the connection on the Wi-Fi while we're there, and we'll work off that and see if it works.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, they can have a strong Wi-Fi, but if you've got 150 other people tying into it,
yes,
that could make things a little problematic. That's why I say we'll just have to wait and see. I mean,
We'll have to get Shannon and Mindy to wear their tinfoil hats.
There you go.
And we'll that'll help us get the strong Wi-Fi going.
Right, get the proper reception. Maybe even tie into Starlink or something.
Yep. Frank reports that something is sitting here. It's working its way out to the mailbox. Brian Speaks prize pack. Was that
wow, so I was right.
Yeah, it'll make the mailbox eventually.
Well, I'll be darned.
So, and Janet says Phil can borrow hers.
Her tinfoil hat?
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. You get Phil there, he can just bring the foil coil and you'll be all set up.
There you go.
I mean, that thing ought to work like a satellite dish.
Let's hope he doesn't use the foil coil in the hunt.
Right. Yeah, that may not work so hot for him. Because the way it sounds, it certainly doesn't get him any extra depth.
No.
But what do you do? It was still that was a funny video. I mean, I don't see how people can't laugh at that video. That was very well done.
Yeah, Rizzo's coming too. Got to get Rizzo on.
Oh yeah. Hey, speaking of which,
he snuck in. Rizzo.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Ah, well, I was just going to say, speaking of which, Frank Juarez just snuck in.
Frankie's headed. Actually, Frankie is going to have three of the busiest days he's had in a long time. He's hitting the road tomorrow morning, driving to Minneapolis, turn around, drive home tomorrow night, then be at my place at 6 a.m. Friday, load up his stuff in the truck, and we have to hit the road and go west. So Frank is making some bouncing around there.
He's going to get everything loaded up in your truck and then load up in your truck himself and take a nap.
That's what he's going to do. See what I can make for room for him. But that front seat drops back pretty good. He can snooze.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, speaking of Rob Rizzo, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows the History Digger.
Right.
Recently, he got to take a little adventure to Manassas.
I think I saw something about that.
And he put up a well-done video on it.
Yes,
as
he did.
Always. You know, Rob always does a good job with his videos. And he had himself quite a good time.
Good.
Yeah. So anybody that has not seen the video, the title escapes me right off the top of my head, but just go to the History Digger on YouTube, and you'll see the something about the adventure at Manassas or something like that you'll be able to check out his video. Those of you that already subscribe to Rob, you know he does a phenomenal job with his videos. He really does do a very good job. And usually does quite well at working in a little bit of the history, either behind the location or behind the find.
Right.
Always pretty interesting. And you never know where he's going to pop up at next.
Well, it'll be
sometime
Heartland, I think.
Right. Sometime back, he and I were talking, and he had apparently been up in my neck of the woods more so than he ever could have realized, because he started talking to me about a restaurant that they all went out to eat at. And I told him, I said, yeah, I know exactly the restaurant you're talking about. You were less than 5 blocks from me, Rob. And he's like, oh, no. He says, the next time I'm just going to have to give you a call or drop you a line or something. We'll have to stop by, stop and chat, whatever, grab a bite to eat. Who knows? So he knows, he definitely knows the area that I'm in.
Well, he just posted up. He's going to take you to dinner at that place. Better hold it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I may have to hold him to that.
Well, there you go.
It's not that big of a deal.
Nah. Yeah.
We don't have to be in any place quite like that if we don't need to. Who knows? I'm sure though, if he's around in the area and he's got time, we can always find something to keep him occupied.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows?
Good.
He may be interested in knowing a little more history on the area. I don't know.
Right. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the weekend, getting to see everybody coming in. That'll be fun. See Rob again, KG
Right.
and all our buddies and quarter order. And,
right. Doug and Jason.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Ron,
It'll be a good time.
Chicago Ron will be there. I was just with him about 8 weeks ago, whatever it was. And then heading back out on a trek with me. He is up to Alaska shortly, and then heading over to England, and we'll be out.
And then back over to England.
Yep. So got some.
You just can't keep him down.
Oh wow. So yeah, Mindy, you got a package from Kelly and Heath today for the kids' hunt. That's good. Good.
Nice.
Oh, Rob wants to know what your hair color is lately.
Mine?
Yeah, yours. Mine? You can see that.
Gray.
You got it.
Yeah, I would say mine is gray. There, no amount of trimming anymore can cut the gray out.
Nope.
Tough life. It's all the stress I deal with.
I blame it on the fires.
Right? Yep, exactly. You always got to be running for something, and you definitely got to keep moving with that.
That's right. And Rob says no green hair this time. We'll have to fix that up there.
Right? You never know.
That's right.
You never know. I mean, it just kind of, as the wind blows, so to speak. I mean, like last year, DTH, originally, it was just supposed to be the glowing green ponytails.
Right.
But then Tam said, well, let's just go all out. And that's what got the green hair, green goatee, green mustache, and green ponytails.
Right. Well, now we got Casey in the house. He finally made it. He must have been at work.
Well, welcome to the party, Casey.
Yep.
And when that news did break last night, Casey was the one that broke that news to everyone.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, well, like you mentioned yourself earlier, everybody's going to toss in and do what they can, because it's, like I said, it's nothing to play with. It's no fun.
Right.
And it's expensive.
Oh.
Mindset is a lot, though. There's a lot to be said for mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear of, you hear stories of some people contracting ALS, and they automatically get a bleak outlook, Others, they wind up coming down with it somehow, and they have a positive mindset, and they live for well beyond what anybody had projected.
Yeah, we're praying for the best always. Always pray for the best.
Yeah.
So I talked with Heath last week about what was going on. We had a long chat about it. So I can tell it was time to break it to everybody. I just hush, mum's the word.
Right.
Yep. Casey and Heath had talked and decided when to do it and how to do it.
Right. Yeah, I have it, sometimes it's proper time and place to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak.
That's right. So,
and approaching DTH, I would say it's definitely a proper time and proper place. It gives everybody the opportunity to try to pull together to see what they can do to raise money for such a cause.
Well, we're throwing it all in toward their cause, and we're going to work at it. And I expanded what I'm going to do. There'll be a little more of that nice yellow stuff going out. We'll raffle that and see if we can make them some money.
There you go. That usually draws in a pretty good crowd.
Yeah,
everybody likes gold.
Everybody likes gold. I've even got a gold crown I could throw out there off a guy's tooth I found with a detector.
I was thinking about that back towards the beginning of the show when we were talking. I'll take gold in any way, shape, or form, and I've seen some find gold caps, gold crowns, gold bridges.
Yeah, I got a gold, I guess you call it a crown. Found, and it sits there, and I actually tested it on the gold test, and that stuff's 20 karat.
That sounds like that's an older one.
It is old. It's real rich color. I'm like, wow.
Because anymore, usually that stuff's only about 10K.
Yeah. But this is just, man, pretty gold. About the size back tooth.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, some people may think it's a little, maybe they kind of get the heebie-jeebies a little bit with it or something, but hey, gold's gold.
Now,
take it where you can get it, how you can get it.
I had the bubbles show up again over on the right-hand side of the screen. And
one of these days, we're going to figure out what's doing that, because
it's not here. And I haven't had any wine tonight.
Right?
That could change come Friday night.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I did nothing on this end.
Backing me up. He saw him.
Well, I didn't see him. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they weren't there, but I didn't see him either time tonight. I'll have to keep a closer eye out, yes.
I don't know where they come from. There's a boom, and they're sitting there, and I'm like, what in the heck? I'm blaming you.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's the thing. I mean, I was over on the YouTube side, so I'm not even sure what's causing that.
Mike. Scott seen him twice. Mike missed him again.
I guess people are just going to have to start putting it up on their big screen so they don't miss it. I mean, I have heard from a few followers that when we do the stream, usually they'll come in through YouTube, they'll put it up on their big screen TV and watch it that way. So they don't follow the chat, and they don't interact with the chat, anything like that, but they'll sit there and watch it on their big screen TV. And
Right.
so I guess we're being piped into a few people's living rooms or
There you
dens
go.
or whatever.
There you go. And let's see. Casey says he has a huge surprise for Ringy. We got to keep an eye out on the page. It says for Pick Saturday.
Uh-oh.
This something to do with a kilt?
That's what I'm wondering. Because if I remember correctly, he said last year he would have worn one had he known if someone had brought him one. So we'll have to see.
There you go. So anyway, and it looks to me like the weather's going to be good. If I'm not mistaken, now, Mindy, is this an outdoor venue we're going to be at? Or is it all indoor for the meet and greet?
That's a good question.
So just wondered. Somebody told me it was an outdoor venue, so I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, either way, if the weather is going to be like that,
outdoor, Scott says.
No worries.
Okay.
No worries
that
at
way.
all.
Outdoor pavilion. Okay, good enough. Well, the weather should be good, and it'll be fun.
Right. Yeah, absolutely it will be.
Bar and all.
It should be a real good time. Now,
I heard that Casey's buying the first round for everybody. Is that true?
Hey, I did hear that.
I did
hear that. We just have to hope that it's not like a repeat episode of Cops at the hotel.
No, we don't want the cops. That was funny.
Oh, the things that happen sometimes at these different events that people they miss out on it. You know, they've been cheated out of so many good laughs and stories.
No.
Oh, well, what do you do?
There you go.
And I don't know. I'll have to check the chat and see. It seems like there's a possibility that maybe the little tweak I did to the system has helped, because things seem like they may be running a little smoother than they have been.
I had a little bit earlier where it seemed to lock a little bit on the screen, but it's running fine. It's been doing real good tonight. So, and
well, Casey, that's good, because
Casey says he's got first shot for Chuck. Well, we'll see what happens. And all this sounds like fun.
Okay.
Time that. Charge up your phones and your cameras. There'll be probably plenty of chances to take some pictures that we could use and hold for ransom later.
Charge up your phones and keep them very close to the chest, so Ringy and KG don't get them.
I still got 50 pictures of them guys on one of my cards to the phone. They took off of mine.
So when we heard that Casey was buying the first round, apparently that was first round for Chuck.
Yeah. Now they're asking me if I need another Davis Butthead shirt. No,
I'm pretty sure yours is pristine.
It is. It's folded up and it's sitting up there. Oh, Lord. That was funny.
Of course, speaking.
I'll put my hand on the Bible. I never watched that show till I heard that those two were on there.
And they were on there.
That's the only one I ever saw.
First and last time.
Right. So we'll have fun with it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Well, I figured that I didn't want to get anybody too wound up or anything, so there was going to be no giveaway tonight, nothing like that, and that would give me a chance to see if I'm playing with fire or not. Because basically what I did is I went in and possibly against my better judgment, I overclocked the computer. So we'll see if maybe that helps make things run a little smoother in the future episodes. But it could also
Well, that goofy picture
damage
came
it.
up on Facebook as one of the memories today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. A bunch of them went through, and I'm getting a lot of them, Casey and Mindy, from past hunts. Group photos come up as a memory on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, standing, and then that one came up. Me standing with Doug and Jason in that goofy ass shirt. Oh, Richard made it in.
Well-
Hey, Richard Crookmeyer.
Well, and I must say, nobody can deny the fact that you were a very good sport about it.
Oh, you got to have some fun, for God's sakes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Got to have some.
That was
Richard's packed and ready to go tomorrow. Richard, I'll be looking for you. You can help.
Right.
You bet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good memories. There was a picture of the group. You guys took it with a somebody's drone way up. And looking at it, I couldn't tell which side it was. I don't know if it was the golf course or if it was one of the scout camps. I don't know what number of hunt is this? About 7 or 8 or 9?
I want to say it's more than 7.
Me too.
Because they've been doing it a while. I'm sure if Casey or Mindy are still in the chat, they can tell us.
Ooh,
Probably Mindy, because Casey's forgot.
Yeah. Well, I could be persuaded to let you look at one of the coils for some of those caramels that you bring.
Oh. Yeah. I remember those. Those are tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them things were good. His wife did a excellent job with those.
Yep. Oh, they're good. That's the kind of stuff.
Oh, yes, they are.
Give me more. So.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, how was the bourbon pecan?
Oh, that was good. You couldn't eat a big piece of it. It was very rich, but that was good. Absolutely good. Oh, 10 years in June.
There you go. I mean,
and they took 1 year off.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and I think I've been to every hunt, haven't I, Mindy? I'm almost sure I have. God, time flies. I think
I'm pretty sure you have, yeah.
I think one of the first hunt was down at Loud Thunder Forest Preserve and Scout Camp. So, yeah. Eric's in the house too. 9 total hunts.
Oh. Well, welcome to Eric.
Yep. Ultimate Finds box is in the house.
Ultimate Finds box is in the house, huh?
Yep. I
did not see that.
I don't know. Oh, All right, where was the first one? Was out at a farm, wasn't it, Mindy? I think. Second was
Oh,
Loud
yeah,
Thunder.
there it is. The Ultimate Finds box.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
all I can say is you might want to. I'm not even sure if they've got any videos up, quite honestly, but you may want to remember that name, folks. That name will have some relevance very soon for people. Not going to let the cat out of the bag, but there's been a little something going on that everybody should find out a little more about it Sunday if they tune in.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah, so welcome to
Well, I
Ultimate
don't know if
Finds.
I'll be tuning in on Sunday. By the time I drive back, if we hunt, we get a hunt up there, and we got good weather, a little chance of some rain there.
Yeah.
And
Chuck's going to be tuckered.
yeah, that's the day I get to hunt. I get to go out and detect a little bit. So
yeah, Chuck may get home and grab a bite to eat and
crash.
sack out in the chair.
Yep, that's right. Get Frankie dropped off. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Actually, I get to go see Mindy, get a hug.
And welcome to Roger. I don't know if I welcomed him.
Roger King.
Yeah. So we're seeing some new names.
Yeah, that's good. I hope they all jump in. We love it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll give a recap there of the hunt and the fun things that go on. Hopefully we pull up that live on Friday night.
Friday. Yeah.
And we get that done. We'll have some more groundbreaking there. Going live again at DTH's meet and greet. And we've done it at a couple others.
Yeah.
This one will be on the new system, we hope.
Yeah. A live remotely.
You got it. Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. We've burned an hour up. It goes by fast. I'm going to go
it does.
Kick back, relax a little bit, get up early. I got stuff to get sent with UPS and packed and shipped and get out the door. I got quite a bit going on. Actually, it's been very good. Everybody hears that Chuck is leaving for a couple days, and this is the whole gamut. The fire department, and had to get some things finished up, and then they called, could you do this before you leave? And I'm only gone 3 days. Come on, it's not like I'm gone a month. So the phones ring.
Everything was nice and quiet until they heard you were leaving.
It's fun. It keeps me hopping. Oh, you need to go. Well, did you finish your wine? There you go, Mindy. So everybody have a good one. Looking forward to seeing all of you that are coming. And Shannon asked me real quick, when you go live, Chuck, what color hair will I have? Grayer. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Night all. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you, Chuck.
Buddy.
Safe travels.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So hopefully things are running fairly smooth. And once again, like I said, shout out to the Ultimate Finds box. And I'll, here you go. Not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I'll toss you a bone. There is a website that many of you probably already know of that is associated with the Ultimate Finds box. Maybe you should go browse. Do some window shopping. Heck, order something if you'd like. The prices are not bad at all. And yeah, that's that's all I'm going to say about that for now. You want to know what's going on? Tune in Sunday and find out. I think it's Sunday. I hope. I don't know. We got scheduling mixed up a little bit. Everything was hashed out after the show last Sunday, and I think we've got everything taken care of. So we should be able to elaborate more on what I'm alluding to then. Plus, we may have the live remote Friday, the relevance of the Ultimate Finds box Sunday, and maybe even a recap of DTH this coming Wednesday. Until then, if you enjoyed the show, make sure and throw us a like, show us a little bit of love, follow. It's the best way to keep track of the show. You'll always get it live here first. We still do the audio side of the podcast and the distribution through Amazon, iHeart, all that jazz. Usually the episodes come a few days later over there than they do with the live run over here. And eventually, I think we may just wind up housing everything right here on YouTube. Until then, have a wonderful evening, folks. We are out of here. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.